GCOM chairman demits office and Canada remains a valued partner to Guyana. These and more on your Tuesday, June 25 news. President David Granger earlier today met former chairman of the Guyana Elections Commission, GCOM, Justice retired James Patterson, who has since demitted office. The president thanked Justice Patterson for his service over the past 20 months. The former GCOM chair resigned on Monday, June 24, thereby rendering that post vacant. The decision by the former GCOM chair to demit office is in keeping with the ruling of the Caribbean Court of Justice that his appointment was flawed and thereby unconstitutional. The government of Guyana reiterates its acceptance of the CCJ ruling on June 18. Justice Patterson was appointed as GCOM chair in October 2017. President David Granger last evening said Canada remains a valued development partner while noting its investments in several sectors and creation of employment for thousands of Guyanese.
The head of state noted that Guyana and Canada have enjoyed excellent relations since the establishment of formal diplomatic ties in May 1966. Canada, the president added, remains a valued development partner and this country's largest trading partner.
Canada has provided assistance to Guyana in a wide range of fields, including education, the environment and climate resilience, indigenous peoples development, governance, justice administration, public administration, private sector development, social development, and of course, support for the National Assembly.
The recently launched Guyana-Caribbean Resilience Facility project will assist 9 Caribbean countries, including Guyana, to build capacity for disaster management and response.
Guyana is in transition to becoming a green state, one that will place emphasis on the protection of our environment, the preservation of our biodiversity, the promotion of renewable energy and the adoption of practical measures to ensure climate adaptation.
Canadian High Commissioner Lillian Chatterjee announced the formation of the Canadian Chamber of Commerce due to increasing amount of business opportunities. She also spoke of the examples set by her country's political parties as a guide of how to behave during and after elections.
Consensus and compromise are hallmark Canadian values and the key to Canada's success. In conclusion, I have outlined our long shared history. Our Canadian private sector, NGOs, and our government agencies symbolize what our relationship with Guyana is all about.
Felicia Valenzuela, InfoHub.
Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu says effective governance of the country is the most important focus of the coalition administration at this time. The Prime Minister was speaking on the Straight Up radio show hosted by Mark Benchcop on Monday evening.
What is important at this stage is not to focus on who is going to be who in the next election. What is important is to be able now to carry the baton of struggle. All of us have to put our shoulders to the wheel to ensure that the coalition is electable and can win the next election with a larger majority.
Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu speaking during a radio show hosted by Mark Benchcop. The Prime Minister also touched on the Alliance for Change internal elections.
It leaves me as the Prime Minister of Guyana, as the Prime Minister of all the people of Guyana, and the Prime Minister in the APNU-AFC coalition. I have never been an AFC Prime Minister. I have been an AFC candidate.
PM Nagamutu explained that the coalition government is on a good footing. It has done well over these last 4 years, and it has a credible record of achievement.
I would say, having worked under 5 presidents now, and having been in politics for 58 years, this is the best government we have had for a first term. This government has done well to excite the appetite of the Guyanese people, and I'm sure given a credible electoral process, we will win the election with an overwhelming majority, with a landslide majority, at the next polls.
Infrastructural development, better education, monitoring of our borders, and overall delivery of a better life for all citizens were just a few of the achievements the PM listed. For InfoHub, Rebecca Ganesh.
More young people continue their call for a free and fair electoral process.
At 17 years old, Elijah Henry, a prospective first-time voter, was one of the several youth who said that every person should be allowed to vote should they choose to do so. He and other youths explained that it would not be fair if anyone was left off of the official list of voters.
Of course it's wrong. It's a big wrong, so should just try to correct it and do what's right.
It should be fair. And a fair election should be basically everybody is allowed to have a right to vote, basically.
I think there should be a new list. So the reason being that remember there are persons on the list that are deceased and whatever, and that would be unfair. So I think they should just get a new list.
Yes, I would support the new list. I would support it mainly because I would be able to vote and a lot of other young people would be able to vote.
Well, I would support it because it gives me the right to vote. I'll be able to choose who I see fit to run this country and help me and the next generation coming up.
Natisha Isaacs for InfoHub.
Approximately 20 families will soon own their own homes following a partnership between the Central Housing and Planning Authority and Food for the Poor Incorporated to fund the construction of homes. The families are among those who are being relocated from the Broad and Lombard Street squatting area.
The homes constructed in this first phase are expected to be completed by November 2019. The families that will be relocated to Prospect upon the completion of the homes were prioritized based on households with young children, especially those who are attending school. Food for the Poor will be providing $12 million, while CHMPA will provide $19 million towards the project.
Food for the Poor will be financing the cost for that land at $58,000 for each parcel, as well as we will be paying the conveyance fee for the transports at $8,000 each. So we're making sure that things are, we're making it very easy for the Broad Street residents.
Minister within the Ministry of Communities with responsibility for housing, Annette Ferguson, noted that this step is taken to address a very serious housing issue, and it moves the ball closer to the goalpost. It is part of the government's continued thrust to ensure every Guyanese is provided with affordable and suitable housing. The minister added that through this project, 2 components of President David Granger's 4 pillars of housing have been realized. These are reorientation and regularization.
In reorientation, priority is given to meeting the needs to the most vulnerable, low-income public servants desirous of becoming first-time homeowners. Through regularization, the President is determined to put an end to shanties, slums, and squatter settlements.
In July 2017, a court order was issued in favor of the De Freitas and Gonzalves Company, ordering more than 140 persons to vacate the lot 17 to 18 Broad and Lombard Streets property. This has prompted the CHMPA to seek suitable housing solutions for the citizens. For InfoHub, Delicia Haynes.
Still to come, Minister Annette Ferguson addresses concerns of Perseverance residents during walkabout. Details of these and more after the break.
Are you ready to embark on a truly epic adventure to an undiscovered corner of South America, where some of the most spectacular natural attractions are unveiled within a beautifully diverse landscape? From the wetlands and savannas to the ancient mountains, magnificent waterways and lush enriching rainforest would provide a vast playground for some of the most exotic and breathtaking creatures on the planet, including many of the world's giant species. This untouched land of mystery and wonder serves up an exclusive experience for travelers. So are you ready for a new, awe-inspiring adventure? Welcome back to nature. Welcome to Guyana.
Welcome back. More housing news. Minister within the Ministry of Communities with responsibility for housing, Annette Ferguson, today conducted a walkabout in the Perseverance Housing Scheme, East Bank Demerara, and addressed concerns raised by residents.
Minister within the Ministry of Communities, Annette Ferguson, on Tuesday met with several residents at Perseverance Housing Scheme on the East Bank of Demerara to address a number of housing issues. The houses were constructed by private investors who collaborated with the government on the Housing Solution 2017 and Beyond project.
I have given commitment that CH&PA, once the defects are within the liability period, we will have them addressed. So the engineer has assured me that some works will commence before the end of this week.
The minister added that it is her responsibility to hold our office accountable, since persons have commenced paying their mortgage and are reluctant to occupying the homes until the defects are addressed.
Some issues with the flooring, we got some issues with septic tank, we got issues with leaking roofs, we got issues with leaking, we call it again, in the toilet facility. So these are some of the issues that have been raised by the residents.
The Housing Solution 2017 and Beyond project was birthed to provide housing for those persons who would have applied for their house lots from as far back as 1994. For InfoHub, Ayana George.
The Ghana Mining School and Training Center launched its third safety course, Safe and Efficient Blasting for Open-Cut Mines for Mining Workers.
A total of 44 participants from agencies such as the Guyana Defence Force, Guyana Police Force, Aurora Gold Mines, and the National Mining Syndicates, among others, registered on Tuesday morning for the two-day course. Speaking on behalf of Minister Raphael Trotman, Mining Coordinator of the Ministry of Natural Resources, Kiefer Bacchus, gave kudos to the Ghana Mining School for the initiative, which is a collaboration between the school, the Ministry of Natural Resources, and private company Orca Mines Services.
The Guyana Mining School as an institution is important to the mining sector. It provides the foundation for miners and members of the mining fraternity to be adequately equipped through structured and organized training. Through sensitization of the mining regulations and act and the codes of practices for miners, the Ministry of Natural Resources is committed to supporting the commissioning of this course.
Member of Parliament Odwin Rutherford, who is also chairman of the Board of Directors of the Ghana Mining School, urged the participants to take heed of every exercise. Rutherford said the board plans to restructure the school to ensure maximum efficiency. Among the topics to be covered in the two-day training course are explosive parameters, practical blast design in quarries and mines, vibrations, explosives, types of explosives, laws and regulations of Guyana, estimating and cost control for blasting, storage and transportation safety, fragmentation and environment and blasting. Felicia Valenzuela, InfoHub.
It's restaurant weekend. Many persons are taking the opportunity to dine out and cash in on the delicious menus at the participating restaurants. I took the opportunity to visit a few outlets. Restaurant Week 2019 began on June 21 and will run until June 30. Today we visited several restaurants around the city to get a glimpse of what's happening, starting at the Hartmanston Lodge. Lisa McIntyre is the events coordinator. She says Restaurant Weeks gives businesses a boost and let people know that there are fine dining places apart from the popular locations.
Fortunately, we were able to, for the first 2 days, we were booked out. We had the pleasure of accommodating up to 80 persons for lunch and 70 in the evening for dinner. And our reservations are climbing as of recently, and I guess it's because of the marketing strategy by TAG this year. We were able to grab a lot of persons that are interested.
Over at OMG and Arawak Steakhouse on Sherry Street, we spoke with manager Mr. Andrew James, who said customers have been responding well.
Ghana Restaurant Week is the perfect time to dine in style, to satisfy your appetite with our gourmet meals and our fine wines. We always look forward to Restaurant Week because it's a time when customers respond and our numbers go up. And it's a perfect time, you know, bring out the family And we encourage people to bring out their family and to come out and have a good time here with us.
One customer, Father Terence Montrose, is a long-time customer of the Arawak Steakhouse.
This is my restaurant of choice. It's quick, it's easy, and it's delicious. The decor is very good, and it's very relaxing, and you can spend hours here. But because of work, you have to leave after a short time. But I like it very, very relaxing here, and I always enjoy it when I come here.
Guyana Restaurant Week is an initiative of the Tourism and Hospitality Association of Guyana and is supported by the Guyana Tourism Authority. According to GTA's director, Brian Mullis, the initiative helps to elevate the food and service quality of local restaurateurs. It helps them to grow their businesses and provide the public with exceptional dining experiences. The result is raising the global profile of Guyana's culinary offerings. For Restaurant Week, you can also enter a contest and win prizes by snapping a selfie with your food while dining at participating restaurants and post the images to your timeline with the hashtag #OfficialGRW and tag the restaurants where you took the photos. That's all for today. Connect with us on WhatsApp, Facebook, and YouTube. Much more news is on our website, dpi.gov.gy, and pop over to Instagram for the latest photo updates at DPI Guyana. Your bridge and weather reports are up next. Goodbye.